Good evening and welcome to the Poets Cafe, the art of conversation. It is where artists comes alive. The spoken word brings forth the inner creation of hidden treasures, expressing tones of lyrics felt within the soul, a vibration that brings stories untold. This platform represents artists of all backgrounds through various forms of expression, including writers, singers, and spoken words, artistic, and those engaging in art expressing through painting, literature, poetry, and a journey through life. Mystery seeks to bring new ideas and opportunities to the mind at all levels. Wherefore my time leaving tomorrow on the wings of yesterday, where birds fly higher than the mystery of dreams never knew. Why do mellow sounds ring silently without ever leaving memories of my lonely blues? We walk by the calls of nature, sing in harmony, pray for the love of the skies, and dance with the stars like a feminine ballerina gazing across the stage in her soft-toed ballerina shoes. Welcome to the Artists of Poetry Cafe show, Poetically Speaking, hosted by Terry Benjamin and Ron C. McCrae. As delighted as we are, we can't wait to engulf on a new wave of presenting this platform to our audience. So, sit back and enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Now, let's get started.
Let's get started. If it is Thursday, it must be Poetically Speaking with yours truly, Terry Benjamin and Ron C. McCrae. Today, we have an agenda as always. And today's agenda is thinking of a master plan. And what I mean by that is that you have to have some idea where you're going, especially if you're a creative person, especially if you're a person of a certain age. And a lot of people think that you get a certain age and life is over. Well, we don't think that, not in this particular program. As a matter of fact, I want to go into our quote of the day, which will help you understand what I'm talking about. It says here, you are never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. And this is from C.S. Lewis. And so again, you're never too old for a new dream. You're never too old for a new goal. And again, and that's why we want to be creative here. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge this evening our engineer is Jeff. So Brother Jeff is helping us have this program go the way it's supposed to go. I also want to shout out to those who have sort of reached out to me before we came on the air here. And I want to shout out to some of my TikTok friends. And so I want to say here, what's happening, Joanne Blount? What's happening, Erica Brown? What's happening, Mary Louise Dozer? What's happening, Reginald Cook? What's happening, Kim Stewart? What's happening, Sylvia Carter? What's happening, Raymond DeVoe? What's happening, Mark Roberts? What's happening, Roland A. Watson Sr.? What's happening, Wayne Spikes? What's happening, Elder Leroy Shoulders Jr.? And what's happening, Shuma Zane? What's happening, Sheila Brown Bird? What's happening, Ruby Shivers? And again, I want to give a shout out to my mother. What's happening, Carol Benjamin? And as always, we began with Ron's poetry. What do you have for us today, Ron?
You know, I have something here, and actually I had a couple of things, but I unfortunately left a few of those things at home. Mm-hmm. But nevertheless, I always try to bring forth something to you.
Yes, please.
And in short, I'd like to say this. Mm-hmm. You know, what's important is that we are here, but we take our position serious. Mm-hmm. We don't just come here, the music is lit or poetry, but we hope that we are inspiring you every time we come on this show. We look for you to be renewed at some point in your life from any moment that you may be feeling. So it's important to, once again, to really listen to us as we listen to you, and your comments are seriously taken well and it's received. So that's what's important. So again, don't hesitate to subscribe, hit the like button, and give us your feedback, because that's what's important. Because, again, no matter how you look at it, as we always know and hear, the show will go on.
That's right.
Okay, so let me read this. And this is outside of one of my books, The Archaeological Cafe, you know, where poetry comes alive, unearthing hidden treasure within you. And that's what's important. So let me read this. This is on page 38. And the title of this is Keyboard Footsteps. Fingertips walk across the base of a piano, tiptoeing the rhythm of a lifestyle that brings solace to the senses. The mind is cradled into a state of magical consciousness without the awareness of distraction that blares the eyes to see myself in a place of peace through the doorway of time. Candle-lit sound soothe the membranes of my soul. Keyboard footstep gives a feeling like a child in the land of make-believe. We dream, heart-wrenching, soul-searching for love and romance. One can feel the aroma of a sensational, inspirational day. The art of walking across the keyboard footstep keeps me sane without the imbalance of losing my mind to idleness. And a smile blossoms my memories, questioning my state of being in those footsteps that dance on the emotional craving that brought me to this place called Keyboard Footstep Cafe. How did I get here? When looking outside of my frame window as the winter blues caught my vision, staring into space, as the rhythm vines poised, losing my composure, I sought to follow these that led me to here at the cafe.
Wow. That is definitely right on time and very appropriate. Yes.
And that, you know, with that, it's so important because, again, poetry is writing and painting and singing, no matter how you look at it. And you have to understand or continue to understand the tone of the story. What are we talking about? What are we telling? And it really represents every mood, no matter how you look at it. The senses all around you. And so we try to bring, at least myself, as well as the music for Lit, is to bring to you what we listen to and how we are feeling and how we are inspired by something that changes the way you think, the vision that you see, because, again, distraction is real.
That's right.
Distraction is something dark and negative. So, again, it's important to know that when we bring you something, we try to bring you something that changes the way you might be feeling or help lift you up on another level.
Okay. All right.
Here's something else. And actually, I got a kick out of this one. Leave it there. Taking on someone else's mess instead of dealing with the root problem, often through gossip, complaints, hearsay, and unverified information. Instead, many pass along this clutter while others feel relieved from handling non-purchase returns, wondering who bought it and if there's a return policy. Carrying someone else's mess is like inviting trouble into your success and freedom. Leaving it behind means discarding trash that serves no purpose later. So why keep opening the door to more trouble and then complain about the mess you brought into a place where hoarders already deal with their own chaos? Discard all junk messages. Instead, send a certified return of do not deliver. There's no sign posted that the business is open. All complainers, gossipers, haters, naysayers, and other negative reviewers are spreading this bad news, even if it's on the front page. Please don't send it here. What's the point if there is no indication that the information was posted at the wrong address? Please don't leave it here. Too often people post their issues on others social media for review, only to get upset when someone responds with bad news. It creates an opportunity for harm, and without protection, it leaves one vulnerable to short circuit or explosion. all due to the miscommunication of bad news. The place of business sits along the roadside waiting for more bitter news to arrive and pick up more freeloaders. Someone might bite their venomous bacteria into the jugular veins, hoping that others will die from the world of gossip. Waking up from a nightmare is the worst horror anyone can face, all because of a curse, rhythm, and blues spelled backwards in a complex coded message. Even the underground world refuses to intrude. The only solution is to change your mindset and dismiss all nonsense to hell without a point of return. A one-way trip. It must be done immediately and without hesitation. Otherwise, the venomous will kill you on the spot. And so all that is sitting around, as we know, is always gossip. Then everybody spend more time gossiping about something. And what we try to do here is inspire you with the road to freedom, to uplift you, health and wellness. And so that's why we read these things and we come forward with an indication that one is thinking and doing, and we try to change direction to give you a more uplift. Because again, this show is not about the gossip, complaining, and everything else, but we try to change direction in the way you think.
Yeah, and I just want to make note that Richard Medley, it says here, good morning and God bless. Thank you, Richard, for tuning in. As you do, it seems every time we come on, my brother is with us, and so I thank you for that. So you got anything else for us, or you want?
Not at this moment.
Okay, so again, and I'm going to get tired of saying this. This is a very special program, but they're all very special. But this program is special because I've known this young lady for not years, decades, and because I've known her for decades, I think I got a handle on her. But you know, she keeps on changing, Ron. She keeps on reinventing herself. Okay, and that's a beautiful thing. Because I think that's what keeps her young. I think that's what keeps her passionate. That's what keeps her vibrant. And in terms of just introduction, we want to do a little different today. I have here what is a collector's item. Okay, I don't know if anybody has this. You probably don't even have this. And it says here, Pucci Amanda Jones, Sweet Dreams. And so we're going to bring our guests on, and we're going to start with this, what I call collector's item. There she is, the beautiful Pucci Amanda Jones. So, do you have this? You remember how you put this together?
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be on your show. I appreciate that. Yeah. And just to add, yes, we have been knowing each other for decades. He was my professor in college.
Yes.
At Cranford Community College.
There's something way back.
African American history.
Oh, see that?
Wow.
That? Yes, remember. This Sweet Dreams, tell us a little bit about this. You remember how you got it put together?
It's for my mother. Okay. When my mother died, of course, my world was turned upside down. Yeah. And my mother, Beatrice Ann Wooten,
say her name.
She always wanted me to sing, but I wanted to dance and I wanted to act. And when she died, it's like, oh my God, I need for her to continue hearing my voice. So that's when I decided I'm going to sing so she can always hear me. So Sweet Dreams is dedicated to my mother. And it's been 30 some odd years.
What? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You know, life is short and death is forever.
Because this was actually recorded in Brooklyn, New York, at the acoustic recording studio.
What year does it have on it?
I don't even see a year. I don't even see a year here. But it's just again some classics.
1993 or 4.
What?
That's how old this girl is.
And I'm sure you've done many things since then, right?
Oh yeah, I had Kenny Barron on piano.
Oh, wow.
Hilliard Green on bass, Dwayne Cook Broadnax on drums. My favorite sweetheart who crossed over, Casey Benjamin
Yes.
on alto,
Mhm.
and Kenyatta Beasley on trumpet. And, these are guys that I went to the new school with.
Okay. Okay.
And we put together this, and it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
Now did you go to you went to school to become
Yeah,
a
I
singer?
actually graduated from the new school with the bachelor's degree
Hmm.
of jazz and contemporary music.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm a graduate from the new school. I figured if I'm going to do this music, and the music came instinctly.
Okay. Okay.
I figured I need to know what I needed to know about the music. I need
Okay.
to know about harmonization. I need to know
Hmm.
um, what key I'm in. I just needed to
Yeah.
know
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of just doing it off the cuff.
Hmm.
I needed to understand theory and how it works. And I have to say, I went to school I was the oldest person in my class. I mean, Robert Glasper, I don't know if you know
Yeah.
who
Oh
he
yes. Definitely.
is,
Yes. Yes.
but
Yes.
he played my recital back in
Wow.
the day,
Wow.
along with the twins. And yeah, I was, and I was a 4.0 student
Okay. All right.
because I was the oldest kid in the class, and it was supposed to be a fortune.
Oh my
So
goodness.
it's not like when I was in your class
Yeah. Yeah. That was
back in the
back in
day.
the day. Yeah. Yeah. Now, and it's so funny because you said you got into the music, but there was a detour because I remember you having a couple of guest spots on Hill Street Blues. That we really going way back, and some other acting things. But now, have you left it all together and concentrated on music?
Well, when I was in Hollywood, and this is, kind of factual about Hollywood, which is quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did 2 episodes of Hill Street Blues, and
Mm-hmm.
and the beauty of it is her name was Jerry Windsor.
Oh, okay.
Jerry Windsor, she really liked me, so she cast me twice
Mm-hmm.
back in the day on Hill Street Blues.
Yes, yes.
And she said to me, she says, I like your talent, and I'm going to find a regular spot for you on Hill Street
Mm-hmm.
Blues.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, Jerry Windsor got married. That was
Boy.
the end of that story.
Okay.
But my debut Academy Award winning part was in Disco Godfather and the Whack Attack with Rudy Ray Moore.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yes, sir. Yes, Rudy Ray Moore.
And the fabulous, may he rest in peace, Cliff Rockmore
Yes, yeah,
was
yeah.
the director. And I played the Angel of Death. And let me just say, working, and I got $50 a day.
Oh my goodness, that much, huh?
Yeah, back in the day. I have to say, working with Rudy Ray Moore,
Oh.
it was interesting.
I'm sure it
He,
was.
he was the celebrity. When he walked on the set, it was King Rudy Ray Moore. But I got that experience
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that most people didn't get, that
yeah,
experience.
yeah.
And Mr. Rudy Ray Moore. So, and then I was on the Jeffersons.
Okay.
And on the Jeffersons, I remember they put a star on my door.
Mm.
And I asked them to take the star off my door. Because, you know, when you are, when you get cast, they treat you like royalty. And I said, well, no, because I don't know the next time I'm going to get a job. So, no, I can go and get my own water. I can go and get my own food.
Yes, yes.
Because it could really screw you up.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I was on Johnny Carson.
Okay.
I was with the Johnny Carson Mighty Art Players in a bikini bathing suit, and it
Really?
was for ratings week.
Wow.
And that was a thrill.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thrill and the biggest disappointment
Mm.
was my agent, Diamond Artist,
Mm-hmm.
sent me over to read for the Bill Cosby Comedy Hour.
Whoa.
The casting director,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's alive or what, his name was Chris Beard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I went in and I read, and he liked me.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I'm going to give you a
Yeah,
chance.
yeah.
So of course I couldn't wait to call my mother.
Yeah.
It's like, Mama, guess what?
Mhm.
So my agent called me and
Mhm.
said, well, you have to go back and pick up the sides
Yeah, yeah.
and learn the sides.
Mhm. Mhm.
And she said, about 6 o'clock, they'll be waiting for you. So it's at Paramount Studios.
Mhm. Mhm.
So at the time, my boyfriend took me there
Mhm.
and I went into the lot. I went into the office and on fireplace going,
Yes.
2 glasses of champagne,
Uh-huh.
Chris Beard.
Wow.
We're sitting there talking.
Mhm.
The script was on the table.
Mhm.
All I wanted to do is get the script.
Yeah,
Script
yeah.
was on the table.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, we're toasting.
Mhm.
And I said, thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity. I told my mother, I told my father.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, my boyfriend is waiting outside for me. So thank you. He said, well, you know what I'll do? I'll send the script to your agent.
Oh,
He was expecting a blowjob, right?
okay. Casting couch. Oh my goodness.
So the next day, her name was Lil.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I called her and I said, what's going on? Did you get the script? And she said, what happened?
Ooh, oh,
What do you mean, what happened? You don't have the part anymore. And
what?
I said, I don't understand what happened. I said, basically, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was my first education to Hollywood.
Wow.
Mhm.
Well, I didn't get a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
I get a lot of
Yeah.
jobs.
But
But that was, and I don't know if she expected that, and I don't think she did,
mhm, mhm,
but she said, well, I'm sorry, but I'll keep sending you out.
mhm, mhm.
And she kept sending me out. But yeah, he either expected a blowjob or a hand job.
Yeah. Whatever he
He,
expected something, right?
right.
It was.
And that's, and it's so interesting with the Bill Cosby thing.
Mhm.
Come on now. How do you think these people got these
Of
gigs?
course, yeah, and yeah, but it's so sad. But like you said, but this is the real deal. Now I want to pivot just quickly because again, so much I want to talk to you about. I have this book here. It's called The Musical Lives of Sarah Vaughan, Queen of Bebop,
Uh,
and I know not too long ago you did a tribute to Sarah Vaughan. And what
yes,
was
we
that
did.
about? What was that about?
Well, the short Sarah Vaughan story.
Okay.
Sarah Vaughan lived on Keir Avenue. And we lived on Leslie.
Okay.
And the house that Sarah Vaughan built was so unusual. It was a California house, but back at that time, what was a California
Yeah, what was it?
house?
What was it?
So I made it to Japan singing after my mother died.
Yeah.
Oscar Peterson and Sarah Vaughan was at
Oh
the.
my
Oh no,
goodness.
Mama
Wow.
was still alive.
Wow.
No,
Whew.
my mother was still alive.
Okay. Wow.
To think of it. So Oscar Peterson and Sarah Vaughan
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
was at the
Wow.
fairgrounds. And I said, you know what? I'll wait to see her at the Blue Note.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Sarah Vaughan died
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow.
before I could get to see her
Wow.
at the Blue. All I had to do is get up, go to the fairgrounds.
That's all.
And back then,
Mm-hmm.
they embraced artists.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's how I met Jesse Jackson
Oh.
in
Okay.
Japan.
Wow.
I don't know if I should tell the story.
No turning back.
Well.
Anyway, wait a minute. I'll just do this.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Use that however you want.
Yes.
When I
Yes.
met him
Yes.
and we
Yes.
shook hands,
Okay. He was impressed
and
with you.
all of a sudden his arm was around my waist. I'll leave it at that.
Well, he's a man.
So yeah. So last year it was Sarah Vaughan Centennial. So we got together
Mhm.
and we did a tribute to Sarah Vaughan. I mean, Sarah Vaughan is the ultimate.
Yes. Yes.
She's the only artist that I know that can eat a plate full of food,
Mhm.
down a whiskey, smoke a cigarette, and be absolutely
Oh,
phenomenal.
that's amazing. Yes.
Absolutely phenomenal. So I was lucky, and it was so hurtful that I didn't go to the fairgrounds.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I don't even know why. I'm kind of, because my mother died when I started singing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was my sister that said, "You're losing your mind because I didn't see Sarah." Because
Right.
mama was gone.
Okay.
But yeah, I was crying like a
Oh
baby.
my goodness! Wow.
I could have just gotten up, and I never got that opportunity.
Yeah,
You know, as
yeah.
Eminem says, you got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
That's right. And it's interesting. Now, do you have more control over your livelihood because now you're a singer and that's sort of a leader of the band?
Well, before the pandemic, I was never here, which was
No,
wonderful.
you.
I did that poster. Hopefully, you're short. I did a phenomenal tour
I showed
in
mine.
Russia,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
in Bangkok. I was there off and on for 3 years. In Japan, I played Japan. I played Switzerland. I played Paris.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played Italy.
Okay.
I want to go to Italy, but I was never around. And those gigs, they're 3 months at a time. And if they like you, it's another 3 months. So I was steady working.
Yeah.
When the pandemic hit, I stopped traveling, and I discovered that there's a lot of work here on this side of the world.
Okay.
And so I've been hustling, and that is the correct word, hustling, because I don't have representation. It's really sometimes kind of hard to get representation. I mean, I do knock on doors, and I do get hired.
Okay.
I've been trying to play Dizzy's, a Monday night at Dizzy's, for the past 10 years to no avail. I was a regular at Birdland. I have to say, Gianni, when he was on 106th Street and Broadway, I always had a gig at Birdland.
Okay.
So it's interesting. The gig that I just did at Mesro's took me 10 years to book that
Oh my
place,
goodness! Wow.
and 2 sold out shows. So I think it has a lot to do with people unable to pronounce Pucci. Hopefully you'll play what I sent you. Hopefully, if you can, it's okay. Some people, which is kind of interesting, I did this gig in Washington, D.C. at Twins. I'm not sure if the place is still open. So when we got there, but first let me say, if I spell the name Poocchie, do you know how many people will be able to pronounce that?
They wouldn't.
But when they see Pucci, it just boggles their mind. Say, no, pussy is spelled Pussy.
Right.
Hello.
And
So
mental thing.
basically, if I spell Gucci, oh, that's Gucci. Okay, so take the G off and put the P sound. Poo, poo. So it's interesting that people, they could buy Gucci,
but they say can't say Pucci.
So back at Twins, so it was a fabulous, I think we did a weekend. And on the program, and I think I still have the program, she spelled Pussy Amanda Jones.
Wow.
That was on the program. So it's so interesting how the left brain cannot connect with the right brain. But in Europe, when I travel, nobody has a problem because there's a designer called Emilio Pucci.
Okay, yeah, that would help. That would help.
Wait, what's the model's name again that I just sent you? Oh, I can't think. Anyway, they're promoting Emilio Pucci now, and she says Pucci. Pucci. I'll think of her name. She is the diva model that's been around for, as a matter of fact, she actually dated Robert De Niro. I'll think of her name. But yeah, now they're promoting Emilio Pucci. But most people know Emilio Pucci.
Yeah.
Right. And most people buy Gucci and bring fog on Pucci.
Of course.
Go figure. But I'm not changing the spelling whatsoever.
Let me take you into your show, because I know you have a set show. You have different segments of your show, and the question I was turning around when we were coming to the studio, I was saying that how do you put your show together, and how do you remember all those songs?
Well, it's so interesting because if you talk to Bobby Sanabria,
yes,
if you talk to Joseph Tranquina, if you talk to Hilliard Green, or if you talk to Dwayne Cook Broadnax, they'll say Pucci has a set list that she doesn't follow.
Oh, no.
You know, I'm in front of the audience.
Okay. Right.
And the cast that I've been working with, I mean, we've been working together for a long time. And you can't hear the music, but music plays 24/7 in my house. For my plants, for my animals, for my furniture, for my mood. So I'm constantly listening to music. And when we're performing, except for when I finally get to play Dizzy's, and with Mesro, we did have a set list, because that's really like an authentic jazz club. But when I play, venues, I'll make up stuff. I mean, when I did the gig at Minton's, there's a set list that we don't follow, but we follow. And I'm looking at the audience, and I could feel their energy. So it's like, no, we're not going to do this song. We're going to do this song. And the cast that I work with, they're Johnny on the spot.
They can follow you.
And it's American standards. So it's not like, and then, we do stuff from Sweet Dreams, because I have 3 albums on CDs on Cadence: Sweet Dreams, Wild as the Wind, and Love Jones. And Love Jones was, back in the day when you had a Jones, you were in love with that Jones.
Of course, yes, remember that.
Right, and I just spelled it JHONES. And Bobby Sanabria, he's on the recording, and luckily he plays the music. But when I put it out, WBGO did not play the music. But my first album, don't ask me, I don't know. The female jocks didn't play the music. But when my first album, Sweet Dreams, that was in rotation. Ben Duncan's, I don't know if you remember Ben Duncan, on BGO. Okay, I was in rotation. But my album was being played in other venues and around the country, so it was being played. And it's kind of hard. There's a click here. There's always a click. But I was surprised, even, they just didn't play it. But thanks to Bobby, he doesn't need permission, I guess, to play. And he plays the Latin side of my recordings.
Right.
Because I love, my band consists of a Puerto Rican, an Italian, African American, and a black trumpeter, or a white trumpeter, or an Asian trumpeter. I like the mix.
That's nice.
It's like making a meal, and everybody brings something to the table, and I let them do whatever they want to do, because I got you. So if you want to change the rhythm, change it. I got ears. So I like my band. I really do. And Dizzy needs to hire me. And I've been trying to we'll talk about that one later. Ask me another question.
Are you doing any recording? Will we get another CD from you anytime soon?
Love Jones cost me $30,000.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Did you hear me?
I heard you. I heard you.
And Love Jones we recorded in 2010. So yes, I am. Well, we did a recording in Greece, live in Greece,
Okay.
which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, no, they recorded us
Okay.
and they gave me the CD, and I'm thinking about putting that out. It was with
That'd be good.
Joseph Trankina, Hilliard Green,
Mm-hmm.
Ralph Williams on tenor. Oh, and I can't remember the drummer's name right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking about putting that together and putting that out. And we were at the Half Note Jazz Club in Athens, Greece,
Okay.
which was fabulous, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Sold out shows. Even in Russia, when I was hired to do the gig in Russia,
Mm-hmm.
an agent booked me. Now, Russia was definitely an experience.
I'm sure.
So his name is Daniel Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
He was the maestro. It was called the Black Jazz.
Mm.
And he hired two musicians from Poland
Mm-hmm.
and me from America, and he's from Russia.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, the EPK that I sent you when I'm in the red gown,
Yeah.
that was taken in Russia.
Okay.
So with Daniel, you have to be careful when you play with various musicians. But when I got to Russia, I was the only Black person that I saw.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
So I was told that the accommodations, I had my own car because we were traveling by train.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the car that I had was shared with Daniel. So,
Wait a minute.
and then on the train, the Russians would be smoking.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
It was quite interesting. So Daniel said, so if they don't like you, they will let you know.
Okay. Wow.
Of course, I said, Daniel, they're going to love me. And they did. They dubbed me so much that Daniel got jealous. So we were on like a Today show, and they invited me on, and it was spectacular. And the big poster was of it was a Russian opera house equivalent to
nice.
Carnegie Hall. So I didn't see the poster. And Daniel said, I want to show you something. So he took me, because we went through the musicians area, and he took me to the front. Oh my God.
That's a big poster, yeah. It was the billboard.
Because that was their Carnegie Hall.
Wow, okay.
And the shows were sold out. And we were at one venue, and the woman spoke English. And it was standing ovations. It's like, my God, I'm not leaving Russia. They love me here. Right. So the woman came to me, and she said, we really like you, and we would like for you to come back next year.
Yes.
And Daniel was standing near, and he spoke to her in Russian. And she turned around, her face changed, and walked away.
Whoa. Wow.
Whatever he said to her, that's like, so I have not been back to Russia.
Goes Dina Robinson, one of our community members, she says, good evening, Terry and Ron. I'm in the house. So they're sort of checking in.
Hi, Dina.
Before I bring my brother in, just one last question that I have for you. So now you're back here, but why do people in other countries appreciate our jazz more than we do?
That is such an interesting.
I don't know.
It's quite interesting. It's because wherever I perform, it's a nuance.
Is that what it is?
So it's a nuance. It's like the Black girl from America, and then they read the bio, and then they hear the music, and they are more appreciative. That's why you see a lot of cats, they're always going out of the country to
Oh yeah,
play.
I see that. I see that.
Oh, they're much more appreciative. But if you think about it, same thing here, that they bring acts in from another
That's
country,
crazy.
right? Like Dizzy's. I mean, half the people that they bring in, I never heard of.
What?
But they are celebrated. It's kind of amazing how we treat, how America treats their artists
Wow.
and how they treat artists from a different country.
Okay. I hear you. I hear you.
When I am out of the country, I'm like, I can get used to this lifestyle.
You're exotic. I think that's probably what it is. You know, they never seen anybody like you.
But I have to say, I'm gonna blow my own horn
Okay,
because
please.
I'm gonna make you love me.
All right.
I want this. This is the best orgasm.
The applause.
Do you understand what I'm
I hear
saying?
exactly what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes, yes, yes.
When they are applauding
This is
and
the big O. This is the big O, right?
standing up, and it's like,
Ooh.
I did my job.
Oh my goodness.
I did my job. Thank you very much. That's what we do this for. I mean, in jazz, there's not really a lot of money, especially here,
Wow, wow.
but we do it because we want you to be satisfied in what we have to give to you musically. I want you to enjoy how I'm sounding, how I'm looking, how I'm making you feel.
Yes, yes.
I want you to feel what I feel. And right now, I feel good. Da 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 da.
But with all that said, why don't you do like a mini documentary, or just do in performance video? I can see you doing that.
Well, Terry, why don't we, and Ron, why don't we do it together?
All right, well,
Hello.
okay, well,
I've been waiting for you to say that.
well, that might be our next
You
thing.
can be my partners in crime.
Well, no. Look, don't say that too loud because we're gonna do it. Dina Robinson
I
said,
know I said it. Whoever listening,
okay, whoever we're gonna put out in
In
the
that.
universe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a done deal.
I'm in that.
But Laretha Frosted Bram says she love it. Yeah, she love it. Dina Robinson said, "Hi, Miss Pucci," but the thing about the in performance video, whatever we're going to call it, I think that would be so good for you because you're still beautiful, you're still statuesque, you're still vibrant, you're still colorful.
Wait a minute, I shrunk. I'm not 6 feet anymore.
What? When did that happen? When did that
I'm
happen?
5'10". Now, I actually needed that when I was in Paris.
Okay.
And then I had to work. And 6 feet when I was modeling in Paris, it's like I was too tall. Now that they don't need me, I'm 5'10". That's disappointing.
No, we got to get you on film. We got to get you on film. Ron, get in here and ask this woman some questions.
You know, honestly, first of all, I applaud. And I always say, we say this all the time. Our sister.
Our sister.
You know, we
Our
respect the
sister.
title and whatnot, but it's our sister. And as you have heard, and when we open up, it's all about the poet, poetically speaking, the art of cafe. You know, no matter how you look at it. And so here, if I may, I just wanted to read this one piece because, again, I'm lost for words because it's so exciting to know, to hear from somebody from your perspective. And Terry talked about you a lot of times. You know, he even spoke about when he first met you. And it's interesting because even at Union County College, we went there last year or this year, and all of a sudden everybody, hey, Terry, professor. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? I'm like,
thought I knew this guy.
and we've been friends for a long time. We know each other for years. But see, the whole thing, you never know what path somebody may have traveled, what they have experienced, and who knows who, what, when, where, and why, and how. So that was important. But what I like to do really at this moment, because again, I agree with you, we can get together and do something, in short. You know, I was looking at the cover of your album, and if I may, one of the pieces says, Sunday Kind of Love.
Oh, I love that song. I love that song.
And when I write something, I usually write when my thoughts come to me. And one of the things is all about romance. We talk about romance. You know, what is romance? So if I may just read this because it kind of ties into even this conversation, you yourself, And for me to have this opportunity to sit here and to meet you, you know, that's such a blessing in itself. But it was that Sunday kind of love. It kind of gives you that mood to sit back and relax and get into yourself, to feel the romance of what life is all about. So if I may take this moment just to read this. This one is titled Intimate Session of Love.
Ooh, wow, I like that.
Intimate session of love, an art of sexual conversation, leaving other parts to be desired. Sexy lips are exposed, stimulating a vibrant impulse to explore a place that has never experienced such sensation, with unimaginable words to express it. Intimate love offers comfort wrapped in words rich with precise flavor, spoken to the mind without losing the touch that conveys feeling, and without apology for tears that have no language. Intimacy is a genuine connection that forges an unmeasurable bond within the heart, guided by wisdom. Even in the midnight hour, dreams and cold sweat soak the outer pores, and no control over fear remains as the temperature rises beyond its limits. How is intimacy defined, and how does the lack of self differentiate the meaning of love across a surface like a gliding kite caught in a gusty storm, moving with such force that even strong turbulence cannot challenge the power of love? The power of deep, intimate feelings is central to how love is described. The essence of a soulmate is different from that of another, which can shake off the socks without moving the soul to barefoot shoes. Rhythm and blues music is performed at a jazz festival, immersing the audience in a unique atmosphere. The story of hidden thoughts leads one to surrender to a love they have never known. The sudden halt of the sounds linger without an obvious reason, leaving an unexplained feeling, only to be followed by a cold blue due to the lack of oxygen. Harvesting love is a lifelong commitment, and nurturing it fostered new growth. No event outside the present moment can reveal if the candles were lit for a moment, for a moonlight-lit conversation, whispering the sounds of a stare without blinking or teardrop smile. Mixed flowers and roses are essential when the mystery of a strange welcome to a hello altered tone, where a voice becomes nervous with internal quivers. Really, what you expressed, what you were saying in reference to your background, your performance, and even as you indicated with the audience, and matter of fact, you know, with the orgasm based on the excitement from the audience and everybody, based on how you perform yourself, because you are real, genuine, and that's what's important. That's what brings that unexplained feeling to everybody who really looks for that moment, because too many people are slipping lost, you know. And so again, it is truly a pleasure, and that's why that one kept standing out to me.
Sunday
you know,
kind of love,
absolutely, and that's what's important, no matter how you look at it.
Don't be speechless. what again? How do you pick your songs?
Oh, how do I pick my songs? That's interesting. You know, I'm an old classic movie buff.
Okay.
I love to watch black and white movies. And I thank my sister and Andrew, may he rest in peace, because that's the American Songbook. In the beginning, you pick songs that are easy, like All of Me, Route 66, A-Train, you know, just general stuff. But now, since I've grown musically, because you keep growing musically, I pick songs, God, turn me on inside. Every song that I sing, except for the throwaways. The throwaways are Route 66, Girl from Ipanema.
The standards.
I see it. I see what I'm singing. You know, Bobby Sanabria
Mm-hmm.
wrote a review about me,
Yes.
and it's on my website.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on Sweet Dreams, a song for my mother,
Mm-hmm.
which the melody comes from Chinatown, the movie.
Wow.
Have you ever seen that movie,
Yeah, yeah, with
Chinatown?
Jack Nicholson. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The melody.
Mm-hmm.
And when my mom passed, Glenn Pearson at the time was my pianist.
Okay.
And that song came on, and I just started writing lyrics.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
And it's like when I see your face, I would do anything just to hear your voice
Mm-hmm.
would last the whole life through.
Yeah.
And every time I sing that song, I cry. I can't sing it.
Pucci, I just want to say something. This right here, I'm gonna do something that is sort of unorthodox, but you have Pucci, a young woman, I believe, Joya Islam. She says, "Please drop your music link in my inbox. I can drop a comment and subscribe." Like,
Oh, honey, I can't hear you.
Joy Islam, and she says here that she is someone who can make that video that we talked about, that idea, make that,
Oh,
make that. So she's in our comments. She actually reached out to her because again,
oh,
see, this is what I love about this show. Uh, this is the first time I saw Joy Islam come up on our show. Obviously, she looked at the promo stuff, but my point is there are people, Pucci, who can do for you what needs to be done. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's people out there who can do what needs to be done. We know videographers, we know editors, and we're working on some things in terms of some AI stuff. But again, all I'm saying to you is that this, for us and for you, is really a historic moment. Okay, and just people watching, we're not going to let this go. We're going to follow through on this. You're going to hear her, but you're going to see her. You call it a mini documentary or a film or whatnot, but you got to see this woman in action. You got to see her in action. And but again, make sure you check out the comments because she wants you to reach out to her.
yes, so I will definitely do something. I will definitely do that. But getting back to picking the songs, I picked the songs that some like Billie Holiday. I wear my songs on my sleeve.
Okay. Uh-huh.
You know, my heart has been broken. The Sunday kind of love.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
I wanted that Sunday kind of love. I didn't want Monday through Friday and
right. Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday. You're gone. So even the songs on the album, it pertains to what has gone on in my life. So I tell the story through the songs that are already written,
Okay.
the things that have happened in my life.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, the only two songs that I wrote, one to Alter Ego,
Okay.
because I love that melody,
Yeah.
and the other to Chinatown. But the way that I create is that if I hear a melody, I can create it right on the spot.
Okay. Okay.
I cannot sit down to write.
Mm-hmm.
If I hear something, it's like turn it on, and I could make it up right on the spot. But to sit down and think about it, I just understood. I can't sit down and think about it. I have to feel about it.
Oh, I love that. I love that. It's interesting as I knew this would happen. We're about 5 minutes away from the end of the program, only because it's just been so dynamic. And again, we need more of you. And what we do at this time, we try to go out in a nice way. So I'm gonna ask Ron to maybe sort of take us out here, but we have more conversation. You and I will talk, so we got something to talk about.
Oh,
But Ron,
Terry, I'm not gonna let you go, my brother.
all right.
So that was Siri. I thought they're listening.
Oh, they're listening.
That I didn't get that. I wasn't talking to you.
You know, it is truly a pleasure. Once again, in all seriousness, and I truly enjoyed this moment and the opportunity. And as you just expressed, it's the spirit of the moment. And that's why when I write something, it's because I may hear something, and Terry knows when we sit here, he'll see me scribbling something because it's in that moment. You know, if I'm home or whatever, something hits you in that moment, then I'll go and write and do edit, et cetera, et cetera. That's the most important. That's when you know something is genuine. You know, it's in that moment.
The moment.
Absolutely. No matter how you look at it, it's not about trying to think because it's not the exact same. It's what you feel and think. And I'm trying to look at it from different perspective. So I want to also read this just as one paragraph from something I just previously read because it ties into you again. The rhythm and blues music is performed at a jazz festival, immersing the audience in a unique atmosphere. The story of hidden thoughts lead one to surrender to a love they never known. The sudden halt of the sounds linger without the obvious reason, leaving an unexplained feeling only to be followed by a cold blue due to the lack of oxygen. That in itself, when you know that you are doing something that even when you don't even know it or feel it, but when that vibration and the spirit moves throughout the audience and causes them to faint, and you have a cold blue and you don't know what the hell happened, you know you're doing something. And you expressed that this evening, and I'm so thankful to have this opportunity. That's what's important because you are genuine, you are authentic, you are one of a kind. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So we will continue. We will continue this conversation. Wow. I mean, again, I'm just so filled right now because I know that this is just the beginning. You know, you and I have done different projects together, but I think that because of our maturity and we realize that
we're OGs now.
We're OGs now, right? as one OG to another, I love you. You know, and ain't nothing you can do about it. And now he's falling in love with you. I'm gonna hear about you all night because his brother gonna talk about you.
All right now.
I'm telling you, you're gonna have to take on two. Don't get back in the back seat.
Don't they call that in French a menace as well?
It is truly a
my
pleasure.
goodness. And you know, Pucci, this is Listen Here by Eddie Harris, of course you know that. But I tell you, when I was thinking about this program, I said, you know what could be a good theme song? And I felt like, listen here, Eddie Harris.
I like Eddie. I know the song.
Yeah, I know you do.
Back in the
I know you do. And you could probably write some new lyrics for this song, right? If you feel it, right?
So anyway, thank you guys. I really
you.
appreciate the love and the energy and the conversation.
And we will see you soon.